Alright, so if you want a gaming PC with the RTX 4070 brand new one for only $1,100, I guess this is the video for you. Links will be down in the description. And let me tell you that the RTX 4070 is right as we anticipated. This is basically an RTX 3080 performance, but one of the biggest features that it has all the new stuff that comes with the RTX 4000 series GPUs, such as DLSS3, the NVIDIA Invention encoder, and one of the biggest selling points in my opinion is the very good TDP. So this is really one of the best and most power efficient GPUs that you can get up to date right now, and it gives you really good performance once you try to turn on ray tracing or DLSS or anything that's NVIDIA related or NVIDIA more focused or heavy. So the fact that we're looking at a PC that will not bottleneck it is actually really good, and as you can see from the benchmarks, or as you saw from the benchmarks, is a very capable PC. You can play a lot of games of 1440p no problem, ultra settings. So without wasting any more time, let's get it with the parts and why we went with them. First up, we are looking at the CPU, and this is the Intel Core i5-13400F. Now the reason I went with that one because this is basically a 10 cores CPU, I believe 10 cores 18 threaded or something like that. But one of the biggest selling point for this CPU is that it has really good CPU intensive performance. So when you play a game that requires a lot of cores or a lot of threads, this will really handle it just fine. And the other biggest selling point is that it doesn't bottleneck our GPU at all. This is the highest end that you'd go with an i5-13400F being the RTX 4070. That's why I went with it. And when you compare it to something like a Ryzen 5 7600, sure, you'll find a big difference, but that's once paired with GPUs like the RTX 4070 Ti or higher. So yeah, this is the biggest feature for the i5-13400F, that it feels like it's just designed for this GPU, and you're getting better CPU intensive performance compared to the other counterparts from Ryzen. And the board we're looking at a Gigabyte B760M-DS3H, or I believe an HDV one that goes for $120. So you're getting all the fast boot up times and loading speeds that it gets the job done, you know, and you really cannot go wrong. It supports our CPU out of the box, or you can also upgrade to a 13600K, 13900K even in the future. And the RAM, we're looking at 32 gigabytes of 216 gig sticks, DDR4 3200 MHz RAM. That one goes for $60, and there are models that go for under $60 right now. And I guess you really cannot go wrong at all. You're getting all the bells and whistles when it comes to the gaming performance, and 32 gigs is actually, I mean, that's a lot, you know, but modern gaming right now will require more RAM, so yeah, you are safe there. And the SSD, we're looking at a 1TB SSD and a 2 of course, so you're getting a fast boot up times, you're getting really good loading speeds when it comes to loading windows or loading games, and 1TB is a really good space, you know, if you're doing gaming, you're doing streaming as a beginner, anything like that, and it goes for only $40, so yeah, you are having really good value for money there. And the GPU, we're looking at the NVIDIA RTX 4070, and as I talked to you, this one goes for $600. It's a pretty power efficient GPU, you know. Also, it's a pretty, you know, one of the biggest features that it has really good dimensions, so it's not a gigantic GPU like a 4080 or a 4090. And comparing the performance of it is basically an RTX 3080 but with more VRAM, less power, way less power draw, and the latest tensor cores which allow to the DLSS3 better performance. So you're getting all the best of all worlds there, and this is why I like this GPU, because it's got, you know, one of the best features that, you know, makes up for it not as good as performance when it comes to something like an RX 6900 XT or 6950 XT. You are really saving a lot of power. You are getting a lot of other features that you cannot get on AMD counterpart, which is kind of sad to see it that way, but it is what it is. And for $600, there isn't anything in competition. Is $600 a good price? I don't think so. I wish this GPU was for like 500-ish, but it is what it is. And yeah, this is one of the only budget GPUs, the brand new gen GPUs that you can get right now. So yeah, it's awesome. And the case, we're looking at a $65 to $70 case. It depends on really what you'd want. There is the Montec Air case. This one really good. It's got 3 or even 4 ARGB fans, gets the job done. The ventilation is so good and I like it. And the power supply, we're looking at a 600 watt 80 plus gold rated power supply, I believe, from Thermaltake, and there is a 650 watt from Thermaltake 2 or Bitphoenix that goes for $45 on Newegg. Anyways, as I told you, this PC is pretty power efficient, so you're getting the best of both worlds, as I told you, and you are not gonna consume any power whatsoever while gaming. So yeah, that's been it. If you like the video, press on that like button. If you want to see more videos, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.